What's up, ClickShippers? Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we're diving into one of ClickShip's most powerful features for businesses shipping heavy or oversized products: real-time LTL rates at checkout. If you're selling items like furniture, appliances, gym equipment, or anything that needs pallet shipping, this feature is a game changer. It automatically calculates and displays accurate LTL freight rates right at checkout, so your customers see real shipping costs before they complete their purchase. No surprises, no undercharging for shipping, just accurate, transparent pricing. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to configure your pallets, set up your products for LTL shipping, enable real-time rates in your store, and test everything to make sure it's working perfectly. So let's get started. Before proceeding, please ensure your respective marketplace allows for real-time rates at checkout to be enabled, as this feature only works with select marketplaces. Also, you will need to have already enabled real-time rates at checkout for your marketplace prior to completing the steps in this tutorial. If real-time rates is available for your marketplace, you'll see a link you can click here in your store settings just above the real-time rate setting to watch the initial setup video. Got all that? Perfect. Let's move on to step 1. First thing we need to do is add the pallets you'll use to calculate LTL rates. Think of this as teaching ClickShip about the physical shipping materials you have available and providing the available possibilities for preparation of your pallets. From your ClickShip dashboard, navigate to the left menu and click on Configurations, then select Boxes and Pallets. Once you're here, you'll see all your existing boxes and pallets. To add a new pallet, click the Add Pallet/Box button in the top right corner. A window will pop up asking you to choose between box or pallet. Select Pallet. Now you'll enter your pallet's dimensions and weight. Let's break this down. You'll add the length, width, and height in inches, and then your weight in pounds. Make sure these measurements are accurate. They'll directly affect your shipping calculations. Here's a pro tip. If you're shipping products that come pre-packaged in their own boxes, like a treadmill or a large appliance, set the custom box option to yes. You can find this toggle within the Edit Products page for the product you wish to apply this to. This tells ClickShip to place the item directly on a pallet rather than trying to pack it into another box first. It's a small detail that makes a big difference in accuracy. Once you've entered all the information, click Add to save your pallet. It's recommended that you add multiple pallets with varying heights in order for the system to calculate optimal rates at checkout. Just repeat this process for each one, but please note that 96 inches is the maximum height for pallet shipments. You can add pallets in bulk by clicking the Export button on the Boxes and Pallets page, adding the required information, saving your Excel file, and then importing it back into ClickShip by clicking the Import button and following the steps. Now that your pallets are set up, we need to make sure your heavy products are properly configured to trigger LTL rates. Navigate to Integrations on the left menu and select Products. Find a product that should ship via pallet. Let's say it's a 100-pound weight bench, and click on it to open the product details. The most critical thing here is making sure the weight is accurate. ClickShip uses product weight to determine whether a shipment qualifies for LTL rates. Weight can be determined in pounds or kilograms, but for this example, we'll use pounds. By default, ClickShip will display pallet rates when a single product weighs 70 pounds or more, or the total cart weight is 150 pounds or more. These thresholds ensure that only appropriate orders get LTL pricing. Now, if you need more control over when and how LTL rates display, like setting custom weight thresholds, specific carrier preferences, or creating complex shipping logic based on product type or destination, ClickShip offers advanced shipping rules. This premium feature lets you override the default settings and create sophisticated rules tailored to your business needs. You can specify exactly which products ship on pallets, combine package and pallet rates at checkout, or even offer premium delivery options like white glove service. Before we move on, there's one more product level setting I want to show you that's especially important for fragile or specialty items. Back on your product edit page, scroll down to the shipping options section. You'll see options for stackable and can be rotated. By default, ClickShip assumes products can be stacked and rotated to optimize space and stability during transit. But if you're shipping something like artwork, electronics, or anything that must remain upright, you'll want to set can be rotated to no. This ensures rates at checkout reflect accurately. This also helps carriers handle your shipment with the proper orientation, reducing the risk of damage. Once you've configured these settings, click Save to apply your changes. If you'd like, you can also enable this option in bulk by exporting an Excel file, making the changes to the required fields, saving your file, and importing it back into ClickShip. Alright, we're making great progress. Now it's time to enable LTL rates at checkout for your store. From the left menu, go to Integrations, then select Marketplaces. You'll see a list of all your connected stores. Find the store where you want to enable pallet rates and click Edit Store Settings. Scroll down until you find the Real-Time Rates section. Here's the magic switch. Toggle on the option that says Enable Real-Time Rates for pallets at checkout. Once that's enabled, you'll see some additional customization options. You can choose how many rate options to display at checkout. You might want to show all available rates or limit it to the top 1 to 5 options to avoid overwhelming your customers. There's also an option to hide or show carrier names at checkout. If you hide them, rates will display as pallet rate 1, pallet rate 2, and so on. This clarifies for customers that their orders will be freight shipped on pallets and avoids confusion from unfamiliar LTL carrier names. This can be useful if you want to maintain a consistent brand experience without highlighting specific carriers. Choose the setting that works best for your store. Now let's talk about pallet presets. If you regularly ship with specific pallet configurations, you can set them up here and they'll be automatically applied to your rates at checkout. Next up are pickup and delivery presets. These settings help streamline your LTL shipping by predefining your pickup and delivery requirements. For pickup presets, you can specify whether your pickup location is residential or requires tailgate service. You'll also set your ready time. That's when your shipment will be ready for pickup. And your close time, which is the latest time a carrier can arrive. There's also a field for pickup instructions, where you can add any special notes for the carrier like gate codes or specific loading dock information. Now let's look at delivery presets. Similar to pickup, you can specify if the delivery location is residential or requires tailgate service. You'll also set your destination time, when you want the shipment to arrive, and add any delivery instructions. These presets ensure your carriers have all the information they need up front, reducing delays and communication issues. Here's an important safety and compliance feature: product category classification. This is where you specify if your shipment contains dangerous goods or if pallets are stackable. If you're shipping hazardous materials, chemicals, or anything classified as dangerous goods, you must mark this appropriately. This ensures proper handling, compliance with regulations, and accurate rate calculations that account for special requirements. The stackable option lets carriers know whether your pallets can be stacked during transit. If your products are fragile or top-heavy, make sure this is set correctly to prevent damage. These classifications are critical for both safety and getting accurate shipping quotes. Now here's the smart feature that acts as your safety net: contingency pallet rates. Sometimes LTL shipping rates might be temporarily unavailable at checkout due to carrier system issues or network connectivity problems. Rather than losing a sale, you can set backup rates that will display to customers when real-time rates can't be retrieved. For each pallet you've added, you can enter a preferred backup price. This ensures your customers can still complete their purchase even if live rates aren't available at the moment. To add or modify pallets for contingency pricing, just head back to your Boxes and Pallets page where you originally set up your pallets. This feature is especially valuable during peak shipping seasons when carrier systems may be under heavy load. Last but not least, let's talk about controlling your profit margins with markup and markdown options. Under the shipping cost calculator, You have the ability to adjust all your pallet rates that appear at checkout. This is incredibly useful for covering handling costs, building in profit margin, or running shipping promotions. You can choose to apply either a markup to increase rates or a markdown to discount them. Then you'll decide whether to apply it as a percentage value or a dollar value. For example, if you want to add a 10% handling fee to all LTL shipments, you'd select markup, choose percentage, and enter 10. Or if you want to discount shipping by $20 as a promotion, you'd select markdown, choose dollar value, and enter 20. This gives you complete flexibility to price your shipping in a way that works for your business model. Once you've configured all your settings, including those optional presets and contingency rates, scroll back up to the top of the page and click Save Changes to apply everything. Now, depending on your storefront platform, there may be one more quick step to make sure everything's connected properly. Let's use Shopify as an example. Head over to your Shopify admin panel. Go to Settings, then click on Shipping and Delivery. Under the Shipping section, click on your general shipping rates or the specific shipping zones you want to configure. Make sure that ClickShip Rates, also labeled as Rates Provided by App, is enabled for all the regions you'll be shipping to. By default, LTL rates should be enabled, but you can fine-tune which specific carriers you want to display or hide at checkout. This gives you total control over the customer experience. Once you've verified everything is set up correctly, your real-time LTL rates, along with your custom presets, pricing rules, are now live. Before you go live to customers, it's always smart to test your setup, and ClickShip makes this super easy with a Smart Packaging Optimizer tool. This tool lets you preview exactly what rates a customer would see at checkout when they add pallet-eligible items to their cart. From the left menu, find and click on Smart Packaging Optimizer. Here's how to run a test. First, select the store where you enabled real-time pallet rates. Next, choose the products you want to test. These should be your heavy or pallet-enabled items, like the weight bench we configured earlier. Make sure to select the option to view pallet rates. Now, enter a ship from address. This should be your warehouse or business location and a ship to address. You can use a real customer address or just a sample address for testing. Once everything's entered, click View Shipping Rates. And there you have it. You'll see exactly what LTL rates would display to a customer at checkout, including the carrier, service level, and price. This is a great way to catch any issues before they affect real orders. If the rates look off, double-check your pallet dimensions, product weights, and advanced shipping rules to make sure everything's configured correctly. Before we wrap up, let me share a few common mistakes people make when setting up LTL rates so you can avoid them. Number 1, inaccurate product weights. This is the most common issue. Always make sure your weights are precise. Even a few pounds off can result in incorrect quotes or unexpected charges. Number 2, forgetting to enable the feature in your store settings. You can have everything perfectly configured, but if you don't flip that toggle in your marketplace integration settings, the rates won't show. Number 3, not testing before going live. Always use the Smart Packaging Optimizer to test the packaging and your rates. It takes 2 minutes and can save you from customer complaints and lost revenue. Number 4, ignoring the can be rotated setting. If you're shipping fragile or specialty items, make sure you configure this properly to avoid damage during transit. If you avoid these pitfalls, you'll have a smooth setup and happy customers. And that's it. You now know how to set up real-time LTL rates at checkout in ClickShip from start to finish. With this feature enabled, you're giving your customers transparent, accurate shipping costs right at checkout, which builds trust and helps you avoid undercharging for freight. It's a win-win. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more ClickShip tips and tricks. Got questions? Drop them in the comments below. And if you want to dive deeper into ClickShip's features, head over to our website where you'll find more guides, FAQs, and resources. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy shipping.